Hey folks, we got some cool friends today. How you doing? Yeah?
Hello.
Are you guys all good with being recorded, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, you can record now.
Okay, alright, thank you. Alright, here we go. Sync snap.
Our team is working to get you moving. Please remain in the car with your seatbelt fastened.
It always does that.
The rider support agent will call shortly
No, they
to
won't.
answer any questions. Figuring this out. Your car is good to go.
Alright. So, now that we're
So
going.
where are we headed to today, Joel?
I just picked my usual Costco loop that I take all guests on, but you guys can go anywhere you like. So, if you have any ideas, I'm open to it. Yeah. So, what do you think so far? Kind of freaky?
Awesome. It's fun.
Oh yeah. That's the.
You see the display, Alana, with the cars? It like sees everything.
They didn't disable the buttons when the car's turning. So when the car's turning, it won't let you zoom in and out. But if they don't disable the buttons, so you can just tap on the button a whole bunch of times, and then when it finishes the turn, it'll go. Just kind of annoying, but oh well. I play some music, but copyright. Heck yeah. So this is your guys' first time?
Yes.
You're alright? It's like
Is there any background that you can maybe give the kids on driverless technology that you've learned over all your trips and everything?
Yeah, I'm just a hobbyist. I don't know too much, but I can pick up on some things. So like the car is powered by a bunch of different sensors. So they have cameras, it has a laser projector like LiDAR, and that makes a beam of dots that go in a circle, and then they come back to the car, and it interprets it as like depth information. So you can see on the screen when it shows in, it pulses in and out, like the little green-ish thing with like what looks like the environment around. That's the LiDAR, what they call the LiDAR point cloud. So it's basically the cloud of points that show all what's around you. So it blends all this information together, and then you get it makes a very complex map of the environment, and then that's how it knows.
And that's what it's displaying right there visually then.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There we go. Ooh. Excuse the hand. I'm gonna plug this thing in. There we go. Got it. Sure it's perfect. Okay. Now I could record until both of them run out of storage instead of battery. Oh, sweet.
So Aiden, do you have a question for Joel?
Yes. Can you buy these cars?
You cannot buy them right now. Yeah, you can only ride around in the taxi service. Waymo hopes to eventually make a thing where you could, it's like a leasing program where you could kind of rent them for a bit, for like a year, and then have one in your driveway. But that's a little far off in the future, I think. But I would like that. Yeah.
I'm actually curious on where the whole thing ends up, because I think when you look at like what's the value proposition to the marketplace, I think car ownership is going to disappear.
Right.
I think, it's going to be, because everybody thinks like, well, Waymo is basically going to replace taxis. Well, I get that, but the ultimate end game is to replace, everybody's car with basically a service that comes to pick you up. At least that's my perspective on the whole thing. because you look at like car ownership, and it's like, why would you want to own a car when you can get transportation, you know, within 5 minutes at your doorstep?
Yeah, exactly.
For cheaper than what? Because, you know, right now, yeah, taxis are more expensive than owning a vehicle if you need to go to a lot of places. But the difference is car ownership. You know, when you buy a car, let's say, you know, between insurance and gas and the car payments, you might be $700 or $800 a month into it.
Right.
But you're only driving it 1 hour a day. You know, so you got 23 hours that you're not using that vehicle, and so it's just sitting there. And so there's an asset that
depreciating. You're not doing anything with it. Yeah. So Waymo's blog post recently they do a series of why I ride with Waymo, and then they contact one of their users, typical users, and then just interview them. Like, oh, why do you use the service? And this guy, the most recent guy, said that the family decided they were going to sell one car and replace it with Waymo, which I think is kind of a bold move because it's not really reliable enough yet. But
right now, and I agree with that. Yeah. But I foresee the day when, you know, hey, it's going to be $400 a month service that you can get from Waymo, and it's $400, and then they pick you up unlimited rides wherever you want to go, anytime, you know, and that to me is the future of, you know, when the cost model becomes a lot more effective to do Waymos on a daily basis than it is to, you know, buy a car and do your standard commute to work, you know.
Right.
So that's just the way I kind of see the future is.
Yeah.
Car ownership will be a luxury, and this will be the norm. What we're doing right now.
I'm looking forward to it.
and then but you start thinking about the world that you live in that sense of like, hey, look, if a car's driving me and I don't have to worry about driving or anything like that, and I can go wherever I want to go, whenever I want to go, then you know, I can live an hour outside of my work, you know, because I can work while I'm in the car.
Exactly.
Going to work. And then, you know, and then you're going to see, I think, people moving further out from the heart of the city where people live to get more affordable housing, because now I can work on my way to work, or, you know, I even see different types of vehicles out there where you might have one with, I want to get the Waymo with the desk because I want a place to put my laptop, you know, and so you order one that has a desk, and so you got the desk one. Or some morning, I feel super tired. Well, order one with a sleep pod, you know, so I can sleep an hour on my way to work. So that's the type of stuff that I think is going to be coming in the future. You know, so it's car ownership is going to go away, in my opinion, once it starts to take off and they perfect the technology.
Yeah, that will be super interesting to see how this all plays out, and I'm here for the ride, basically. So.
No pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're just cruising up Dobson here, as we usually do. So I really love Dobson for some reason, and then we're gonna hang a left turn up on Fry. So we'll see how that goes. So, like I said, the end of this video will be a Costco pedestrian stress test. So I guess, you know, I said I'd do one maybe monthly or so. So here we're back at it again. Here, let's see what kind of funky edge cases we can bring up today.
Hey, Alana, do you have any questions for Joel? Are you going to ask him how many rides he's been on? Something like that?
Let's see. I can pull up my little thing here. Spreadsheet. This is my 152nd.
Wow.
Yeah. compared to the guy that replaced his car with Waymo, I'm not sure it's too much, but I'm gunning for the top spot, you know, but it's a little bit tricky because I live outside the service area, so can't compete with that. But yeah, that comes up to over 1,000 miles. So yeah.
What's been the smartest thing you've ever seen one of those Waymos do? That was just totally unexpected.
Oh man, I think probably the one of them's got to be that every time we take it through a Costco parking lot, and it sees all the people and maps them exactly where they are, and then draws a route, and it swings around and goes around, and slowly just executes that plan. It goes, it just makes it safely out every time, and we're about to see that, and it's really impressive in my opinion. So yeah, and they probably the most another one is like the cone detection and avoidance, or in like a parking lot where we set up like a little and some guests and I set up a little zone for it to kind of squeeze through and see how it would do, and it did just fine. So it has some crazy path planning abilities as well. And some viewers would be like, "Hey, wait, cones? I thought I had trouble with cones." No, it does not. Not typically. Yeah, that video is the exception to the rule, which is why it was rare, and I guess why it got 300,000 views. But yeah, well, great. So let's see. I'm gonna make sure this Costco route. There we go.
I have another question.
Sure.
Can you take this Waymo through a drive?
Not right now, but I'd like that. Ooh, this unprotected left with some other car coming the other direction. That was very aggressive, which is very cool as well. Yeah, it tends to do that now more so. Like a year ago, it would have waited. Actually, probably 2 years ago now, because the unprotected lefts got really aggressive around March 2020, I think.
Yeah, it feels like more like a human driver than some of the Waymos I've driven years ago when they first started here.
Oh yeah.
They seemed to be very overly cautious and everything, and now it's starting to feel more human, I guess.
Oh sweet, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree all the way. It's everyone I take with me always forgets. Kind of, it's
somewhere in the ride that's
there's yeah, exactly, and then they're like, whoa. I'm like, yep, it's that smooth. Yeah, it's really great. And then the looks you get from people, like that lady right there is like, huh? And that's part of the fun. Yeah, it's a great time. Let's see. I think I might have just been involuntarily scheduled for mandatory overtime tomorrow, so I have to figure out what the heck just happened. Texting my boss, no, don't do that to me. It's my weekend. Yeah, great. Well, we'll see how that goes. Here we are. We're gonna pass over the freeway here. The freeway, the place it will not go. 101. Yeah, I would love to make a video of Waymo merging and then going down the 101 and then going exactly 65 and being passed by everybody. Actually, I don't think that'd be very safe. It's probably why they're not doing it right now.
It'll come.
Yeah. I have seen them on the 101 before, but they had people in the front, so it was not doing passengers. Galleria Way, so it's gonna do that little left turn thing way up there, and then yeah, we'll make it into the parking lot. Oh, that person turning left. With there's an object permanence problem right there. So it seems to have been obscured by other traffic. I thought the camera dome was really high up, so it should be able to see over other cars, but that was interesting.
I have another question.
Ooh, yeah.
If you could buy a car, if you could buy one of these cars, how much would it be?
Right now, it would, because of the sensor hardware and that sort of thing, I'm guessing it would be around $250,000. But their 5th gen sensors are
Come down a lot in price.
yeah, a lot cheaper now. Yeah, just stuff like that. So I assume they're gonna continue working on the affordability of that.
Yeah, I remember, if I remember correctly, they were closer to $500,000 when they first came out.
Oh yeah.
And it was a ridiculous
Oh,
price. And then I know that Google went and bought some of the LiDAR, one of the LiDAR manufacturing companies. Sure, doing a lot of other things to try to cut costs.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I can foresee the day where, it's not much more than any other vehicle out there.
It's gonna be exciting. Okay. Another unprotected left, but we don't have any traffic coming up, so not as exciting. It's gonna turn into the left lane, and then we're gonna go right lane in a second. There we go. And then oh yeah. Oh, Costco's closed.
Oh, the holiday.
Dang it! We're not gonna get anything. Well, look at me.
Arriving shortly at Costco
I've been played for a fool by Memorial Day.
Please take all your belongings.
Ah, okay.
Occasionally, we replace cars during a stop. This shouldn't affect your wait time.
Well, yeah, should have expected that. On that anticlimactic note, all right.
I like how it pulls right up in front. That's cool.
Heck yeah. And you can also set that so that.
Can we get the kids to switch?
Oh yeah. All right, splitting the video here. See you, folks.